Social Security changes you should understand before retirement. There is a proposal currently sitting in Congress that very few people seem to be talking about right now. And honestly, that is surprising because it could impact millions of Americans who are either already retired or planning to retire within the next several years. When I first read about it, I searched for detailed information and found very little public discussion. That lack of attention is exactly why I wanted to spend some time reviewing it with you today. Before we discuss the proposal itself, let us first talk about why Social Security matters so much. More than half of current retirees rely on Social Security for at least half of their monthly expenses. And among workers preparing for retirement, many expect Social Security to provide a meaningful portion of their future income once they stop working. Because of that, when Congress considers updates related to Social Security, even changes that may appear small at first glance can still affect people's long-term financial planning. The proposal we are discussing today is House Bill 5284. At first glance, it may seem relatively simple. The official description explains that it would require the Social Security Administration to update terminology used in regulations, guidance, and other official materials. In simple terms, it is focused on changing wording connected to retirement ages. You might immediately wonder why wording matters at all. Stay with me because by the end of this conversation, you may better understand why terminology can influence how people view retirement planning and future policy discussions. What the proposal would change. The bill introduces three terminology updates. Let us review them one by one. First, the phrase early eligibility age would become minimum benefit age. Currently, age 62 is officially described as the early eligibility age. That is the earliest point at which someone can begin receiving Social Security retirement benefits. Under this proposal, that wording would be replaced with minimum benefit age. Supporters of the proposal say the new term may help clarify that filing at age 62 generally leads to a lower monthly payment compared to waiting longer. Specifically, claiming benefits at age 62 can permanently reduce monthly payments compared with waiting until full retirement age under the current system. Second, the phrase full retirement age would become standard benefit age. Full retirement age, often shortened to FRA by financial professionals, currently falls between ages 66 and 67, depending on birth year. This is the age when someone qualifies for their full unreduced retirement benefit under today's rules. The proposal would rename this as standard benefit age. Third, the phrase delayed retirement age would become maximum benefit age. Under current guidelines, waiting beyond full retirement age can increase monthly benefits through delayed retirement credits. By age 70, those increases stop and the benefit reaches its highest available level. The proposal would rename that age as the maximum benefit age. Do these terminology updates really matter? That brings us to the important question. Do these wording changes actually change anything meaningful for retirees? In one sense, no. The ages themselves are not changing within this proposal. The formulas used to calculate benefits also remain the same under current law. Whether the wording says early eligibility age or minimum benefit age, the benefit calculations themselves would continue to follow the same structure. The proposal does not directly reduce or increase benefit percentages. If someone claims at age 62 under today's rules, the monthly benefit calculation remains tied to the existing Social Security formula, regardless of the wording being used. However, language can shape how people think about financial decisions. Certain words naturally create stronger emotional reactions than others. For example, the word minimum may lead people to focus on receiving the lowest available benefit amount. Meanwhile, the word early can sound more neutral because it suggests earlier access rather than a reduced amount. The same idea applies to the phrase standard benefit age replacing full retirement age. The word full may sound complete or ideal, while standard sounds more average or typical. And describing age 70 as the maximum benefit age instead of delayed retirement age may encourage people to think about the higher monthly payment rather than the idea of postponing retirement. So while the math itself may stay the same, the wording can still influence public perception and future policy conversations. The larger concern connected to this proposal. Here is an important point to consider carefully. Government terminology updates are not always only about improving clarity. Sometimes wording changes can also shape how future policy proposals are presented to the public. Looking back historically, Social Security originally used age 65 as the traditional full retirement age. Over time, that age gradually increased to 66 and later to 67 for many Americans born after 1960. Those changes meant people generally needed to wait longer to receive their full scheduled benefits. If future lawmakers ever proposed increasing the standard benefit age again, the terminology used could influence how the public reacts to those discussions. For example, policymakers might explain that the minimum benefit age remains available while adjustments are being made to the standard benefit age. That wording could sound different from simply saying the full retirement age is increasing. This possibility is one reason many people believe it is important to follow discussions surrounding this proposal closely. The numbers behind claiming Social Security. Let us now discuss something many people overlook. Deciding when to claim Social Security can be more complex than some online tools or simplified advice may suggest. Under current rules, claiming benefits at age 62 generally results in lower monthly payments than waiting until full retirement age. Waiting beyond full retirement age can increase benefits further through delayed retirement credits until age 70. Under the current structure, each additional year of waiting beyond full retirement age can raise monthly benefits gradually until those delayed retirement credits stop at age 70. As of early 2025, average monthly Social Security benefits were close to $2,000, while maximum retirement benefits for certain higher earners could exceed $4,000 per month, depending on earnings history and filing strategy. Many people immediately assume waiting longer is always the best option. But retirement decisions depend heavily on individual goals, financial needs, health considerations, and lifestyle priorities. Some traditional break-even calculations assume that people who claim benefits early spend every dollar immediately and earn no return on that money over time. Under those assumptions, larger monthly payments received later may eventually exceed the total amount collected by someone who claimed earlier. However, if someone claims benefits earlier and responsibly saves or invests a portion of those payments, the long-term comparison may look different. Even modest investment returns over time can influence overall outcomes. In some cases, earning reasonable returns on savings or investments may narrow the difference between claiming early and waiting longer. Of course, investment results are never guaranteed, and financial planning decisions should be based on individual circumstances and risk tolerance. Speaking with a qualified financial professional may also be helpful when evaluating retirement strategies. Who may prefer claiming early and who may prefer waiting? Retirement planning is highly personal, and no single strategy works for everyone. Some individuals may choose earlier claiming because they want to retire sooner while they still feel healthy and active enough to enjoy more free time, travel, hobbies, or family experiences. Others may consider earlier claiming if they have personal health concerns or family medical history that affects long-term planning. In addition, some people may feel comfortable managing savings and investments alongside earlier Social Security income. Meanwhile, waiting may make more sense for individuals with longer family life expectancy who value larger guaranteed monthly payments later in retirement. Social Security remains one of the few retirement income sources that provides inflation-adjusted payments supported by the federal government. For people expecting a long retirement, larger monthly benefits can provide additional financial stability over time. Another important factor involves healthy life expectancy. Researchers often study not only how long people live overall, but also how many years are spent in relatively good health. Many Americans today continue working later into life compared with previous generations. Retirement patterns have shifted over recent decades, with more people delaying retirement for financial or personal reasons. Because of these trends, future discussions about retirement policy and Social Security are likely to remain important topics for millions of households across the country. Why staying informed is important. Here's the main takeaway. House Bill 5284 may remain a limited terminology proposal, or it could eventually become part of broader policy discussions surrounding retirement benefits. Either way, the language used in public policy can influence how people understand retirement planning and future proposals. If phrases such as standard benefit age become more widely used, future policy conversations may sound different from those in the past. That is why it is important to stay informed. Review your own retirement planning carefully. Consider your financial goals, health situation, family history, and the lifestyle you hope to enjoy during retirement. Avoid relying entirely on simplified online calculators that may not reflect your complete financial picture. Social Security decisions are highly personal, and the right approach can vary significantly from one person to another. Understanding the terminology, the rules, and the ongoing discussions connected to Social Security can help you make more informed choices for your future. Stay informed, continue asking thoughtful questions, and keep paying attention to developments that may affect your retirement plans.